Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here and it's time for my June favorites. I have a bunch of stuff that I loved this month and I'm starting with a non-beauty favorite. Every once in a while I'll throw in something that's not makeup or skincare related, and I have some books here. First of all, I started reading these books because Kathleen Lights said that this book was one of her favorites. I'm talking about this book called Anna and the French Kiss. It's written by Stephanie Perkins, and one of KL Polish's spring releases was named St. Clair, and that's one of the main characters in this book. And when Kathleen said it's kind of like a silly romance YA novel, I thought, that sounds like fun. That sounds right up my alley. I realized that I'm 30-something years old and I'm reading young adult romance fiction, but I loved this book. I could not put it down. I think I read it in 2 days, and it's not like a thin little book. Now, what's even better than that is that there are 2 more books by the same author. It's not really a series, it's more of like intertwined characters. So all the same characters show up throughout all 3 books, and you don't necessarily have to read one to understand another one, but I would recommend reading them in this order. Read Anna and the French Kiss first, and this is the best one, by the way. Then read Lola and the Boy Next Door second, and then lastly read Isla and the Happily Ever After. This is not any serious literature we're talking about here. I just really enjoyed these stories and I wanted to share it with you guys. If you like to read, I think that you would really love these books. I highly recommend them. I am going to reread all 3 of these. I love these. I love these books. Is that nerdy? I don't care. Now let's get to the beauty favorites. First, I want to share my favorite nail polish from this month. This is from a brand called BETTINA Cosmetics. The shade is Cosmos, and BETTINA is a Puerto Rican brand, but it is going to be sold in the US. They're starting to move into drugstores in Florida and New York State, and I think they're planning on expanding throughout the US. I'm fairly certain that you can order from their website anywhere in the States. I'll link their website below. This polish is such a beautiful, super sparkly lavender, just it's so good, it's delicious. And I wore this with just 1 coat. I think 2 coats is probably better, but this looked beautiful with just 1 coat, and I wore this for almost 2 weeks straight. I'm about to go paint this back on my nails right now because I love it so much, and it looks pretty with my shirt. This next product is really expensive. It's ridiculous for the price. You definitely don't need this, but I've really been enjoying it, so I wanted to share it with you anyway. This is the YSL Beauty Touche ECLAT Radiant Touch Concealer Pen thingy. It has the kind of brush applicator built in, and then you click this little button on the bottom to push the product up, and then you can just swipe directly on your face. I use this in conjunction with another concealer, so I will put my concealer on like I normally would, and then I'll take the brush pen and add some of this kind of below my under eye area, a little bit on my chin, a little on my cupid's bow, anywhere where I want to just add a little extra brightness and a little kind of highlighting without a shimmery highlight. And I thought that I wouldn't care for this at all. It just seems like kind of an extra unnecessary step. But I've really loved adding this into my makeup routine. I love the way it looks. It's very moisturizing. It's not too sheer. It's not too much coverage. It's just kind of that perfect balance, and it really adds a little extra something to my concealer routine. So if you're looking for a really luxurious little extra something for your beauty routine, I definitely recommend this. I know it's expensive, it's extra, but hey, I liked it this month, so that's why I'm telling you about it. I do have 2 blushes and a highlighter that I really enjoyed throughout the month of June. So let's start with the blushes. First is this Clinique Cheek Pop. This is the shade Nude Pop. And of course the packaging is absolutely beautiful. It's got that really pretty printed daisy. The clear packaging is really sleek. And this shade is just such an easy everyday go-to for me. It's just the right amount of flush. It looks great with just a little bit of bronzer, or you can build it up and go like the full glam with it. I just love how versatile this is, and I think it's kind of the perfect shade for my skin tone. This blush also has just the slightest bit of sheen to it, so it's definitely not matte, but there's no like visible glitter or anything. It's just the perfect little natural nude flush. I love it. On days when I wanted a little bit more drama in my blush, I've been constantly using this. It's the MAC Extra Dimension blush in the shade Faux Sure. I can't get enough of this. It goes on really sheer, but as you can see, you can really build it up to be more dramatic. It is quite shimmery. I like to just kind of throw this on when I'm not trying to highlight and everything. Just put this on and I have a nice sheen, a flush of color, and it's actually super low maintenance. I know the swatch makes it look a little bit intimidating, but I love these Extra Dimension blushes, and I think this shade could really work on so many different skin tones because it can be more sheer or it can be built up to be, you know, really deep and pigmented. I just can't get enough of this. I love, love, love this for my dry skin. Speaking of the MAC Extra Dimension products, this highlight, this is in the shade Superb, and I can't get enough of these Extra Dimension products. Again, this can be worn really sheer for a more subtle highlight, subtle as this gets, and it can be built up for a super, super shiny metallic look. I love this shade. It's such a beautiful kind of neutral champagne. I will wear this on my eyes. I will wear this on my ears, on my elbows. I love this. The texture is beautiful. I mean, I feel like I've gone on long enough, but this is good. This is real good. Speaking of glowing, I have to talk about this spray from Tarte. This is the Ready Set Radiance Spray. I spoke about this in my mini Tarte haul, and I am crazy for this spray. I've only had it for 2 weeks and it's already almost halfway gone because I just keep constantly spraying it. It smells so good. It feels great. I can't say enough good things about this. I am definitely going to be purchasing the full size of this spray. If you have dry skin and you just want a little bit of extra glow, you should really try this spray. I am just head over heels for it. I love the smell. I'm going to go spray it right now. I have 2 eye favorites and 2 lip favorites. So let's go to the eyes first. This mascara, I know a lot of people have been talking about it. It's the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. And a lot of people are saying that this is a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I do think that it looks a lot like the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara packaging wise. I think both the wand and the tube are designed very similarly to the Better Than Sex mascara, and I don't think that I get the same volume from this that I do from Better Than Sex. I think I get much thicker looking lashes from the Too Faced mascara. However, I get really long, really natural looking. They still look full, it's just not quite that same like kapow volume, but I really, really love the look of this. I've had no problems with flaking or smudging. It wears great all day. It holds the curl really well. I've really, really been enjoying this mascara, and after testing it all month, I can tell you for sure I highly, highly recommend this one. My other eye favorite is a palette. It's this Nude Beach palette from the BALM. I did a whole video about this, so I'll link that for you if you want to check it out. I love the formula here. I love every single shade except this one. It's not my favorite, but I love every single shade except for one, which is really great for a larger eyeshadow palette like this. I mean, I rave about it in the video. If you want to hear me rave more about this, you can go check that video out, but this is definitely a monthly favorite. I have 2 lip favorites for the month, and they're both really affordable lip options. The first is this Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Give Me Mocha. This shade is a deep reddish brown. I really, really love this. I think it goes well from day looks to evening looks, and I really like the formula on these as well. I have a whole swatch video with the whole line of these Wet n Wild liquid catsuit lipsticks, so again, I'll link that if you want to see all the other shades, but this is the one I've been grabbing this month. My other lip favorite, of course, is another nude. It's the ColourPop Blotted Lip in the shade Candy Floss. This is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum from the Wet n Wild catsuit liquid lip. This is really sheer, it is buildable, it's very lightweight, it's very comfy, and this is a nice kind of peachy nude shade. This is perfect for summer. It's so easy, and I feel like it looks good with basically every eye look, especially warm toned eyeshadows. And since I've been wearing my nude beach palette a lot, this has just been my go-to. So that wraps up my June favorites. As always, I'd love to hear what your favorites were this month, and if you have any great book recommendations, please leave those for me. I've really been on a reading kick, and I've been blowing through books. I think I've already gone through 12 books this year, so I'm having a lot of fun reading, and if you have any great books that you love, please leave a comment and let me know so that I can go and buy it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. And it's time. Huh? There's nothing. I would just want to spray this on my actual body. Like, this is my cologne. Or perfume. I guess it's perfume for girls, huh? Look at that. Just like make your collarbone, make your whole body just highlighted and glowing. I'm okay with it. I'm comfortable. Next time Tarte has a sale, I'm gonna buy like 3 of these full size and just walk around the world spraying everybody with it. No, I shouldn't do that. All the kids are out of school now, so the neighborhood's really loud. This is a really good palette. This is a good palette. So that wraps up my June, what month is it? That wraps up my June favorites. I'm just saying random things now, I don't even know what that means. Cool. Business as usual.